What's up, guys? The Everything and Anything podcast with your host, Malin. And you already know this is the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. We just do it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, my YouTube. Leave a like, a comment. Just interact. Let me know. Just interact with everything you got going on. And everything I got going on this podcast, man. I love interacting with y'all and doing things like that. I appreciate, just everything, just everything when y'all actually reply to my questions and stuff like that, man. It keeps me going for real. So I just, this episode, this episode is also just one to where I just, because I've been gone for a while. I will let y'all know what I've been doing over the new year and stuff like that. I also, we'll just get into more about, what I wish for this podcast, what I want to do with that, and just everything, in that sorts. So, yeah. So man, I been gone for a while. It's been a month, and in my last episode there was some technical difficulties that I couldn't really fix. I lost a video, and there was at least 15 minutes cut out of the video, and so I just gotta get better at what I'm doing, and that's what this year is about, transitioning into more just precise and just precision and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So taking my time with everything and just getting it done. But with everything like that being said, this year is just gonna be time for a new level of this podcast and everything else, and just in life in general, because I graduate in May from college. And it's just been a ride, man, this last 4 years, especially with COVID and everything else that's been going on in life. It's been a total ride, shit show. So, but we doing it though. We getting it done, man. We always get it done. This life is the most unprofessional one, and that's what we do. But honestly, but to talk about what happened, so basically, it's just been a ride this last year, and then first semester senior year, it was just I actually got my GPA up. I was doing my thing. I did a winter class, spent Christmas and that weekend here in Syracuse by myself. So it was a tough one. So but I got it done, and then I ended up actually going to the place where I call home after 5 years, and it was a dope experience, man. It was just a dope experience. I went, and it was it's St. Lucia, and it was just so cool. I had such a dope time. I chilled with family. I did, but just my family overall made it such a good experience. All my cousins, my mom, my aunts, everybody, just made it such a good experience. So, man, I had such a good time, and I will be throwing some clips in there because I did some dope things. I really did. I did things that, I did things that I never, did before. I went on this excursion, and it was just so cool because, I seen parts of St. Lucia that I have never seen before. I never seen those parts of St. Lucia before, and it was just cool as hell because I really, I didn't even know small things like cactus. I didn't even know, St. Lucia had cactus, yo. For real. I went to this part in St. Lucia. We did a excursion, an off-road excursion, and I I didn't even know like it had. I didn't even know St. Lucia had a lot of things that that I actually saw, and I was just actually amazed. That's like I'm lost for words right now, bro, because it was just such a dope experience, honestly, like for real. And I mean, I ended up doing it. I enjoyed it. I loved it because, like I said, I was with family, and they made it enjoyable too. And like I said, I will throw the clips, so the clips will be there for y'all to see what I experienced too. So, but yeah, man, I went there. I spent a week. I came back to St. Lucia. I mean, I came back to New York. Um, I came back to New York, and it was just sorry. I came back to New York, and it was just such a cool. I mean, such a cool experience. It was just such a cool. It was just such a cool thing to experience, after 5 years, came back to New York, and I was just like, damn, man, like, do I really want to be here? And it was just like, I don't know, it was just something that I needed. I needed that. I really did. I needed to experience that even after it was 5 years, and I shouldn't have waited that long, but I did that, and it was just like, it just opened my eyes even more. And I filmed, I took pictures, because I know I have to show my listeners and my watchers. Well, I can't show my listeners, but I mean, you gotta watch it to see. But like, I mean, you just gotta, man, you just gotta see what I saw. And if you haven't been to St. Lucia yet, take a trip to St. Lucia, man. You should, bro. St. Lucia is a place like unlike any other, bro. And I actually grew up there, so I'm so happy that I have a place like that to go back to and really enjoy it. And one of my like New Year's resolution, the reason why I'm putting quotation marks around it, because like I don't really make New Year's resolution, because plans, my plans are plans. They gotta get done regardless. It's not like there are some plans where there are some things where I need to do in the new year, and which I am doing, but I don't really call them New Year's resolutions, because they're things that have been in motion. I didn't exactly wait for the new year to start it. It was just like circumstances, like actually going back to St. Lucia and realizing what I have been missing out on, make me be like, you know what, yo, I need to come back here at least every 2 years, at least once a year or something like that, bro. And like, I have to go back, because I'm missing out on so much when I don't go, bro. Just the good vibes and just being in my home country, my adopted home country. But I still love it, bro. I still love it. I love it. I really do. But like, just going into like saying like I'm graduating, and like I'm graduating in May, and I'm like this is a year of transition for me. Like I'm like going into a transition where I said like I'm graduating in May, and this is like a transition time for me. Like this is a big time where things are happening in my life, whether it be in this podcast or just big boy jobs and stuff like that. Like, this is a time where I have to like really focus on what's really in front of me, and what I have to do, take my time with everything and not rush, because life happens, bro, and you can't really focus on the bad shit. You just have to just move forward and do it. And that's really a big focus of mine, is just like focusing on the good shit and not on the bad shit, because at the end of the day, the bad shit is always gonna be there. You just gotta let the good shit push you even further in life, and don't let the bad shit bring you down, because it's always up, bro. You always gotta remember that we never go down, it's always up. So that's one thing that I always try to stay focused on, is the good shit. So, but and most of that is happening. I this podcast, y'all are making it, y'all my listeners or my watchers are making it something that I enjoy to do. Y'all starting to interact with me, and this is like a bone I have to pick with y'all, and like interact with the podcast, man. Interact with the podcast. I really want y'all. I really want this. I really want this to be a place where y'all actually want to watch these episodes and be in tune with it. And I cannot do that without the help of y'all. And that's one thing that I really wanted to do more this year too, is interact with my listeners and my watchers more. Do things, that make y'all, that actually make y'all want to, come here and watch this stuff, man. And which makes me want to actually do it more for y'all. So like, interact with the podcast, man. My Instagram page, Everything and Anything Pod, go follow that. Interact with the page. Like, stay tuned to everything that's coming. If you watch, man, just do it and just interact. That's the main thing I have to say. Interact. And I feel like that's something I've been trying to do myself, is interact with y'all more, so y'all can interact with me, because I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing this for y'all, because this is something that I enjoy doing, and I don't want it to die out or die off because I'm not doing a good job, or y'all don't like what I'm doing. So I really want y'all to interact and tell me what y'all think, so I could actually better myself at this. Give me feedback. Feedback is the number one thing that I need right now, because at the end of the day, I don't want it to seem like I'm just doing it and not listening to what y'all have to say or something like that. So I really want that feedback, and hope y'all interact with the podcast. Interact. That's the main point of this. So it's like, I want, just to hear what y'all have to say, to be honest with you. That's the point of that, just to hear what y'all have to say, so I could always, be on top of my game with this podcast. And there's a whole bunch of other things I wanted to, do, with this podcast, what I'm saying, like bring more guests on and just, add more segments onto it, what I'm saying, so it will be more fun for people to watch, like I'm saying, and really, change it around. And what I'm saying, because this podcast doesn't have a niche, so I'm really all over the place with it. I'm really doing what I have to do with this podcast, no matter what. And that's the thing. That's why I ask y'all for topics. I ask y'all for things to do, and then I ask y'all for just segments and just other stuff, so I could really do this for y'all, so y'all could actually come watch the input that y'all are putting into this. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So this is an episode where I'm just laying everything down, especially with the podcast and just my life. Like I said, this is a transition year for me, especially with graduation and just moving on to the next stage of life and trying to expand what I'm doing right now. This podcast is sponsored by Maize Tropical Sea Moss, and y'all hear that all the time. And Maize Tropical Sea Moss is actually my brand, and that's something that I'm trying to take to the next level at this moment. So just different moves and stuff like that, that I'm trying, what I'm saying, trying, because when you don't try, you never know if you will succeed. So I'm always trying things, man. I'm always trying things. And just life in general, going to St. Lucia's, I think I feel like I got a whole new perspective on stuff, man, because you see things that obviously you haven't seen something in 5 years, you kind of forget. You may have a memory of it, but it's not in front of you, so you kind of forget what it's all about. So I feel like when I going down there and seeing where I actually came from, bro, even though I was born here, like I said, I came from there, And I'm like, it kind of, just opened my mind a little bit more on what I have to do with my plans, man, and just kind of put me on a road to, and like kind of like, it kind of ensured me that I'm on the right track, that I'm doing what I have to do to get where I need to get where I want to get. Because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this for nobody. I'm doing this for me. So that's the point. And like I said, I'm not a really big fan of New Year's resolution. This is not a New Year's resolution episode where I talk about my plans. Well, I am talking about my plans, but these are, like I said, these are plans that I probably had 2 years ago. They're just now being implemented, bro, because it's always the right time and circumstances that put things in play. So, yeah. This is not like an episode where I say I'm gonna go to the gym this year. Oh man, I hate the gym, but and this is gonna be so ironic in a couple of weeks. So, but stay tuned. But yeah, man, I really love doing this, and just hope y'all keep listening to this show in the new year. I wish y'all like a happy new year, to be honest with you, because like I said, this is the New Year's episode, even though it's so late. I hope that y'all New Year's and Christmas were fulfilling and good with your family, and those of you who didn't spend it with family like me, I actually spend my Christmas, like I said, by myself, but I spend my New Year's with family, but in St. Lucia, which was pretty dope, like I've been saying. But just those of you who don't have family and didn't even spend it with family, just always remember that there's someone out there thinking about you. Even though I don't know you, I wish you the best, and just keep doing what you're doing that's making you happy. And man, just I don't know, you just gotta work to what you want. I don't really have the words for that, but you just gotta do what you gotta do, because life is a thing where you can't really control it. You know what I'm saying? We got free will, but life happens without your say anyway. So you just gotta just work, man. Just work your way through it and do what you have to do. You just gotta move your way through it. But that's kind of like, those are lessons that I have been learning over the past year, and just been doing my thing, seeing who's around, and stuff like that, man. That's a big thing. I really want to be able to have a solid foundation when I'm doing stuff. So you always gotta evaluate your life and evaluate what you're getting yourself into, because not everything, you may think it's good, but sometimes it may be a self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? So don't press that self-destruction button. You always gotta preserve. You always gotta preserve, bro, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're not doing this for nobody. You're doing this for yourself. Always remember that, bro, because just sometimes you're by yourself, and sometimes shit happens, like I said, bro. So sometimes you always gotta be humble and know that there are people who are there for you, but you gotta work towards a goal for yourself, because you cannot be working for nobody else. It's always working towards a goal at the end of the day, because you're always gonna get a well done or a tap on the shoulder, but it's always when you're by yourself and you're wondering, okay, do I really enjoy doing this? Do I really, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the point of what I'm saying. When I say you're doing it for yourself, not in those selfish reasons, to be honest with you, because a lot of because I'm just you just gotta, I'm just trying to clarify, because at the end of the day, you hear things and you may just think differently, but at the end of the day, when I say doing it for yourself, it's not a selfish reason. It's honestly just, do you enjoy doing it? Will you be happy doing it? Will you be content doing it? That's what I mean, doing it for yourself. Everything I do right now, podcast, CMOS, my consulting business that I'm trying to get off the ground right now, man, those are things that I actually enjoy doing. I enjoy putting things out there. I enjoy making content. I really enjoy doing it, even though it's a pain in the butt. I love doing it, bro. I really do. And that's what I mean, doing it for myself. I will do what makes me happy no matter what, but you still gotta, you know, make your mom proud or make your family proud sometimes. But at the end of the day, you're still doing it for yourself. And I don't know, this is kind of like a tangent that I kind of headed on there, but this episode, like I said, is just one where I decided I would just talk to y'all about, how I feel and what I feel about this new year. I'm so excited to like graduate and get into like the big boy world, I guess, real world or whatever it is, to be honest with you. But really excited, scared at the same time, because it's like, things change. I won't have a meal plan anymore. Can't just go get food when I'm hungry, you know what I'm saying, when I'm hungry and broke, because there are gonna be times like that. I can't just swipe my meal plan and go get food, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of the scared part. But at the end of the day, if you have everything in motion and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, there shouldn't be much of those times where you gotta worry about where you're gonna get your income from. Because at the end of the day, that's why I'm trying to put everything in plan right now and really focus on what I'm doing and be able to graduate with a job and nice paying salary, and to be able to support my dreams, to be able to support what I'm doing right now, to be able to buy new equipment and expand this, and really be able to take off on being my own boss, bro. Because at the end of the day, who wants to work for anybody? You gotta be your own boss, man. And I'm an entrepreneur. That's what I do. I start things, I do things, I explore my ideas. But yeah, I really try to put good things out there, especially when it comes to my content and everything else like that, just my work, everything that I do when it comes to that. I really hope that y'all enjoy this episode, because this is like a short and sweet episode. Show y'all how St. Lucia was. Man, like I said, if you haven't been to St. Lucia, go to St. Lucia. It was the most amazing experience ever. I did things, bathed in a river, which I did when I was younger, but just doing it again after so many years was cool. I went to this part of this island, man, where it didn't even look like it belonged in St. Lucia. But yeah, man, shout out to 758 Excursions. They did a good job on that shit. They really did, bro. Shout them out, to be honest with you. Shout out my family for showing me a good time. It wouldn't have been the time I had if it was not for my family, and I really appreciate that, to be honest with you, because yeah. But I really do appreciate y'all watching this. I do appreciate y'all. For those of you who listen, you gotta transition into the watching, man. Check out the YouTube. Check out, it's also on Spotify. I think those are the only two places where you can watch it. I think you could watch it on Anchor, which is where which is my host site, but I'm not sure. But YouTube, they're always on YouTube, they're always on Spotify, either one, but check them out, man. Check them out. You just gotta watch this. I appreciate y'all for doing it. And don't forget, interact, man. Interact with the podcast, man. I want y'all to be interacting with it, because that's how I better myself and give y'all what y'all want to see. And and that's one of the big plans for this year, is to just do everything, man. Meaning just better myself at this thing, better myself big time, step it up. Like I said, get a job and buy new equipment so I could be, really, I won't be slacking. I won't be slacking when it comes to getting things done for y'all. I'll be getting it done right. And yeah, man, when I graduate, it's gonna be a whole new level man. New levels, new devils, though. Always gotta remember that. But we always overcome the devils. That's always gotta remember that. With God on our side. But I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I ain't gonna front. It's a calm little episode, man. Trying to show my love to my listeners and tell y'all how much I really do appreciate y'all. You know, I really do. It's like there's no words for, you know, for my thousands of listeners, which I could say now, you know. So I really do appreciate that, man. I really do, and I just hope y'all just keep watching and just keep enjoying the content that I put out there for y'all, everything that I do, and you know, like I said, if y'all feel a certain type of way, I need the feedback so I could, you know, do what I have to do to make y'all feel, you know, make y'all feel safe or make y'all feel wanted in this place, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, I think this will actually be it for this episode, and I appreciate y'all. I really do. This was a good one, man, with your host Malin, and this is the Everything and Anything podcast, the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. I just get it done. I pretty much just get this done, bro. I don't know how, but I do it. But yo, then this podcast is to spark your mind, make you laugh a little, and also make you wonder about the things you thought that you knew. Also remember that this podcast is all love. Don't forget to check out the Spotify, the YouTube, Apple Podcasts, the Instagram. Interact with my Instagram and everything else. I appreciate y'all for showing me love and for everything that y'all make me want to do this. I really do, and I hope that that y'all just keep enjoying what I put out there for y'all. I really do, and yeah, man. I think this will be it for this episode, and y'all have a good one. All love out here. Peace.